What is going on YouTube? Savage here. In today's video, I'm going to be breaking down a viewer submitted gameplay. As you guys can see right here, this is his stats. We're going to be going over everything that he's doing right, as well as what he's doing wrong and what he should work on as a player in whole. But before we dive into the gameplay, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel right now. Join the Wolf Pack. Also, leave a like on the video. Let's get these videos to 1,000 likes. But without any further ado, let's dive into the gameplay. All right, so here we are spectating Dog Trainer, trying to analyze where he's going right now. Looks like he's aiming towards lumber and or farmland. Now, lumber is a great spot to go. It's probably one of your best passive landings there is. I say passive, you'll probably have a few teams coming with you, but compared to other areas like quarry, hangars, superstore, train station, this is definitely considered passive in my opinion. All right, good of him analyzing what the hell's around him. If you're having a float, you might as well look around and, again, use your eyes to dictate what you're about to do. You need to pre-plan before anything actually happens. A lot of problems with players and what they do wrong is they just go off a whim. If something happens, then they react. You guys need to have a plan for everything, and then with that plan, have an audible as well, so if something does go wrong, you guys could work off of that. Here we are taking a random RPG. Might as well. All right, but again, time is of the essence. Let's grab our loot. Let's grab our shit. Let's get the hell out of here. Also, normally sitting on a rooftop like this is not a really good idea, but because nobody's around us, we ain't going to talk about that. He did look around. No one landed here. I think the closest team is the one that we just shot the RPG at. We do have a bounty next to us. I would go ahead and get that right now, just on the chance that it may mark a player that's close to us, or it may ping the player we're just shooting at. And if he does push us, we'll have some kind of an idea of where he's at. Again, just because you pick the bounty up doesn't mean you have to hunt him, and it also doesn't mean you have to hunt him right now. You can continue doing what you were doing, and then after that, go after the bounty when you're ready to go. Now, a lot of people will be like, I don't want to pick it up right now because what happens if it expires and then I get my loadout? Well, then you go get another bounty, just keep doing the same shit. So when it comes to looting buildings like this, as you play more and more and as you progress, you guys will have somewhat of an idea on how to loot a building. There's like I wouldn't say a formula to it. There's a word I'm looking for. But basically, like when I enter a building like this, I hit it. I go from one side of the floor to the other, up the stairs, and hit it the other. Make one smooth sweep, hitting all the floors, and I'm in and out. Looting with efficiency is freaking key to getting the shit that you need and making sure you don't get caught up while you're in the looting phase. Again, looting phase shouldn't be more than 5 minutes tops, depending on how hot it is around you. But even so, even if it's hot, if you're killing enemies, you're going to get their money regardless. So again, 5 minutes tops should be what you should be like kind of focusing on loot for. After that, go ahead and stop what you're doing, move out, and change it up. Again, a lot of players get in this mindset where they do the same thing over and over, and regardless if they're losing, they just keep on doing it. Remember, guys, if your gameplay is in the stale state, oh, we got a loadout drop in front of us. If your gameplay is in a stale state, change it up. There's the enemy right there. Well, I'm very confused what the hell he's doing right now. All right. Let's go ahead and stop the video real quick. And let's talk about the first thing I noticed that Dog Trainer needs to work on. And no, surprisingly, it's not just his accuracy. So the problem a lot of players have is they haven't adjusted their ADS sensitivity a lot. We used to talk about this in every video. I've kind of laid low because we talked about it in every video, but I'm gonna bring it up in this one. So when you ADS, again, try to get in the habit as a player to line up the reticle on your screen, that little white dot, with the player before you ADS. That will decrease the amount of time it takes for you to actually snap onto the enemy because you're already gonna be locked onto him. 2, when he does shoot, you can see how drastically his gun is kicking. It's not actually recoil, it's him trying to micro adjust to lock onto the enemy, and it goes kind of crazy. And we're gonna go ahead and watch it in slow-mo, and I want you guys to see exactly what most players struggle with. Again, this is an ADS sensitivity issue as well as accuracy, but it's ADS sensitivity. Tweak it, dumb it down, adjust it. I always recommend players, you know, if it's always standard at a 1, go down to a 0.7, 0.5, 0.3, do whatever it is you guys need to do. As a PC player, my ADS sensitivity is usually around a 0.3 to a 0.45. Console players, y'all, this really depends on stick lifters and things like that. So y'all just have to figure it out for yourselves, unfortunately. But again, let's go ahead and watch what happens. All right, as you can see right here, and again, this is slow motion, but we miss. And then right when we're about to lock on, we try to bring the crosshair back to the left, and look what happens. we literally overshoot it by a lot and end up shooting the ground. Again, this seems to me not just an accuracy problem, but an ADS sensitivity problem. Adjust it, it'll work out almost instantly. Here we are. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right, so the enemy's got his loadout and dog trainer's bailing away. And I'd be like, stop running from fights, pussies. But honestly, this is a good idea. The dude's got his loadout and he went to a building to hide. So the fact that he's hiding and he's got his loadout makes me think to myself that he's a passive player and he's probably not that good. And no, just because you're a passive player doesn't mean you're not good, but because he's camping with a loadout, I'm going to go ahead and assume that's the case. So what dog trainer's doing right now, he's going ahead, he's going to get his loadout, then grab the bounty and hopefully hunt that dude down. All right, so normally I would recommend, if you know where the enemy's at, go ahead and push him. And again, because he had his loadout and we didn't, we made a little bit more passive a decision, which was a smarter decision. Grab the loadout. Now here we are. Now he grabbed the bounty, even though we knew where the enemy is, because you know damn well that enemy's probably going to try to run. That's exactly what's happening. If we look at the map real quick, this is the building he went in originally. Then he ended up here, and now it looks like he may be running across. So again, definitely like the fact that we grabbed the bounty just in case. Also, we have an enemy on the mini map to our right hand side. Oh shit, yeah, this is easy beams. Shoot him. Oh no, no. So the gun we had out would have been great gun to beam him with when he was on the bottom ladder. The FFAR, even though it has been nerfed, it is still a very decent weapon. Okay. Oh shit, my man. All right. I would have beamed him with the gun we had out. If we had an SMG, that may be a different story, but because of the FFAR, definitely worthy gun to go ahead and get those beams. Now, as far as the enemy is concerned, he had the right play. He really did. He played it up, jumped off the roof, changed his position, and tried to flank us. Really good reaction by the enemy. And unfortunately, because he put himself out in the open instead of using the corner of the wall as cover, he was out in the open. We easy beams for him. Now, again, don't forget about the mini map ping over here. Holy shit, there's another one to our left. All right, run around wire plating up. All right, this situation right here, I was kind of worried he'd do this as well. Not a huge deal, just something to work on. If you hear the enemy coming around the left side, which he did, which is why we bounced away and started ADS on the corner, instead of getting out here where we're at right now, because we're in the open, we have no cover, no protection, no nothing. I would have rotated around the right side of the building right over here, got to the corner right there and held that angle. That way when you rounded the corner, we're behind cover, we're mounted, peeking, whatever it is, but we have some form of cover. So if he is a half-as decent player, we can duck back and move off of that. But regardless, this dude's bunny hopping. We're probably gonna shit down his throat. Let's see. There it is. The enemy even meleeed for no reason. Oh, it is hot as fuck here. So we got an enemy in front of us. Yeah. And we got an enemy behind us, bro. This is a 1v4. My new dog trainer playing to the best of his ability. Now notice how he's literally rotating in and out, and he breaks the window to try to make the enemy think that we're jumping out the window. Then he proceeds to hold the staircase just in case he does get pushed. Two enemies are fighting each other. Jump out the window. Go ahead and third party that. Take advantage of this situation. To the left hand side. Super easy. All right, there you go. There it is. Do what? So as far as that is concerned, I mean, they just collapsed on us really fast. They should have killed us. We were the ones out in the open. Every time we want to fight, there was instantly another enemy shooting at us. But we were able to work the building, force those two enemies that were both shooting at us to lock onto each other, then turn around with it and become the one to actually third party the enemies instead of getting dicked on by two. Going back to the UAV, buy that selfie, and then buy another UAV. My man. And again, it's all preference, but the UAV is definitely the way, bro. Again, if you want to play passive or not. Now, someone in my videos, and I'm not hating, I love reading the comments, especially when y'all are questioning this shit that I say. Then we can actually have discussion about it. A lot of people are like, Savage, seems like you want us to play for kills more than you want us to play for wins. And you're kind of right. You're kind of right. Winning is the objective. It is the most important thing. The player with the most wins, in my opinion, is the better Warzone player. I know there are a lot of goated motherfucking players out here who have, you know, a few hundred wins, but their KD is ridiculous. They're winning tournaments. It is what it is. But in my eyes, dude, winning is winning, and that's the theme of the game. But with that being said, if you guys are struggling and you're not getting any wins, it's probably because you guys haven't had enough practice fighting. Most players who play super passive and slow get to the end of the game with 2 or 3 kills, and then when it becomes a 1v1 or 1v2 and you're forced in this position where you actually have to have some form of movement and some form of gameplay, then they end up failing because they haven't practiced. So guys, the only reason I'm trying to tell you guys to get aggressive is the practice. That's all it is. If you drop 20 kills and lose a game and you drop 10 kills and win a game, I'm pretty impressed with the 10 kill win. I'm gonna be honest. I mean, 20 kills is fire too, but look at this dude. He's sitting right here on the door. All right, before we blow through this door, you got a couple options. One, got to worry about claymores and stupid shit like that. Two, riot shields. Three, RPGs. The sky's the limit, right? You got to worry. He's watching this door like a hawk. Now, we could approach this building from a whole different angle, which is probably something I would do, but it's completely up to him. If you feel confident busting through the door and getting the shot off the enemy, go ahead and do so. Now, players that play like this guy's playing, just sitting behind the door watching it, you'll probably outshoot him just because of what we were just talking about. Players that play like this lack skill because they're too afraid to fight. So they do shit like this, and then they get shit on. Exhibit number one. At least I hope. Weird. So again, guys, if y'all want to start winning, the most important part of any BR, if y'all want to start winning, start getting kills. Get hungry. Hunt. You will lose. You will die. You will lose. A liar KD will drop. Who gives a shit, right? Get better, improve, worry about KD with the next game and the next game and the next game. If you guys are newer to shooters, if you guys are newer to battle royales, if you guys are new COD players, stop worrying about the in-game result and start worrying about the baby steps you guys need to do in order to get to that in-game result. Stop skipping all the bullshit. It's like y'all trying to go from kindergarten to college. It don't make no damn sense. And again, I will say this one more time. Winning. You still have it though. But it's, there you go. Winning's the prime objective. Winning's the most important fucking thing in this game by far. And I'm tired of people telling me I don't care about wins, man. But no, that's exactly the reason why, dude. You see what happens to campers that we spectate, right? Whether we're spectating the campers, whether spectating players killing the campers, the outcome's usually the same. Sometimes campers will get lucky. The outcome's usually the same. They usually lose the game. I think we've had one, maybe two games out of 200 videos that we've posted of this where a camper actually won the game. It does happen, but it's a bad thing because when it happens, that player gets it locked in his head that that's how he needs to play, and he'll never fall out of that ever. And if you guys are sitting here right now and be like, damn, Savage is right. I've won 3 games in a year, and all 3 of those games I was camping, that's all I do. Then yeah, then you understand. All right, but regardless, enough of that shit. We got an enemy by the vehicle. I don't know what he's pushing us, boys. Come on. Get that FFAR out. Dead silence push. I like this with tracker. Now look at this, boys. Tracker is an underrated tool. Underrated. I love tracker. If you guys are a sniper, don't use tracker. It's a waste. Stop it. I see a lot of snipers gameplays where they're using tracker and they're sitting on a hill. Like, what are you tracking, bro? You gonna go after them with your AX50 and your AMAX? No, tracker is more built for people that want to work buildings and push and play aggressive. Usually a close range build of some sort, whether it's an SMG or a rifle, doesn't matter. If it's a close range build, tracker is a great tool. Because when you do get in these ring around the rosies, you can see where they're fucking going. It's so nice. It's like, I don't know, a cheat code. He's to the left-hand side. Look at the UAV on the mini-map. Or follow the footsteps. Look at this. And there's that. Now, honestly, dude, there's another vehicle pulling up right now. What's weird is I don't know where the circle's at, but we have a lot of people. And clearly the circle's here, but I don't know what it favors and what it looks like. But for some reason, people are just coming here. No one landed with us, but everyone's coming. All right, something like this right here, I want you to work on as a player as well, dog. When you're sitting here and you know an enemy's about to come around, don't get in your scope again. The reason why is if he ends up B-hopping, if he just comes out here and just B-hops his ass off to the left-hand side, he's going to have the drop on you if he's a snappy player. You're already going to be ADS, and it's going to take you a lot longer to transfer and be accurate with your shots than it's going to be for him. So again, stay out of your sight when you're scanning. Move your body back and forth, kind of peek a little bit, change your position, because not only that, again, your entire back-end side is also exposed, and if there's a Car 98 there, you're going to get blitzed down. And as far as the enemy's concerned, look at that. Savage, stop pausing the video. I'm sorry, but look, as far as that, dude, he didn't even look to the right. Granted, there's no way for him to actually know we're here, but he didn't even look at all towards the buy station or anything behind us or to our right-hand side. He just ran, and then he got killed. And he's probably like, damn it. I always get killed by people, man. You gotta look, bro. You gotta look. He probably wouldn't have seen us regardless, but he didn't even try. He didn't even try. So here we are, rocking 6 kills and 62 enemies left in a solos game. People are coming to us like it's nobody's business, and we're just going to go ahead and use all of their money to get more UAVs up. All right, here's a circle going prone again, though. You want to zoom out. You want to go ahead at this point in the game. You're about halfway through. You want to kind of figure out where the entire circle is going to go and try to predict to your best of your ability where it's going to end up finishing at. That way you can start moving to that direction. It's going to finish around here. Most likely farmland, maybe prison, maybe up here, but most likely farmland. All right, so we grabbed the bounty. And we hawked him down. We tracked him on foot. He's got a Big Bertha. Unfortunately, he's just driving around doing what Big Bertha dudes do in solos. And unfortunately, this is it. I would like to see like a limited time mode with no vehicles. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see how people are able to work and navigate without having to rely on vehicles to jump out on players. All right, so right now the player is baiting for shots. He's trying to figure out where we're coming from. That's why he's sitting still. He knows he's not going to die unless it's a carnage headshot. So the chance of that happening is probably pretty slim. Now, as far as this is concerned, always anticipate and expect when the enemy pushes you in a vehicle, he's going to jump out on you. So at that point, stop shooting the vehicle, save your ammo, and then once you see him, start shooting the enemy. We didn't do it, but a lot of players that we spectate, they'll start spraying down the vehicle to try to disable it. By the time it gets to your face, it's too late, and they're out of ammo, and they're forced to reload or use like a sniper or something that they're not ready to use. All right, here we are putting down the Betty. I'm curious to see if we actually get a random kill throughout the game. That'd be fire. All right, so here we are rocking $13,000. Gonna head buy UAV, hold on to another one. My man knows what to do, and then he's gonna keep his money in the reservoir. He's gonna hold on to that $5 grand. Now we got one person, two person, three person, four. So we got 3 people in the immediate area, 1 guy in a vehicle. Don't have to worry about him right now. We have these 2 guys here as well. And again, don't forget there is a backside to you as well. And people have ghost on. So be very, very careful. It's the edge of the circle. People will be rotating out of quarry to our direction. People will be rotating out of stadium to our direction. So just be very careful we don't get picked. But definitely you want to engage in these fights. Choosing which target to hunt down first is completely up to you. Both buildings are relatively the same distance. Both of the enemies are elevated above us. There's one enemy peeking the doorway. Oh, we were able to dive to cover, thankfully. Oh, shit. All right, in that situation, again, the moment Noisy Boy got busted, he should have just backed away, but he ego challenged, and we kind of did the same thing. The moment my armor plates break, unless I know I'm about to mow that bitch down, I'm going to break away, replate up, and re-engage. Now, Dog Trainer had the... Oh, fuck. Dog Trainer had the confidence to go in and try to ego challenge him. The enemy right there, though, he just froze up. He didn't even try to sidestep or anything, and we had the drop on him, especially with the M16. So we're looking for the other enemy. He might be on top of that outside thing. He might be on the box above us. Don't really know shit. Yeah, look up, fam. Could be on the roof. Who knows? You can't get on those boxes above, though. He might just be sitting up there. Now, this right here, too, you got to be careful with this because right now we're locked into our scope. We're focused up. We're tunnel visioned, and we're backing away from cover to try to get angle on the enemy. Problem for 2 reasons. 1, the enemy on the rooftop, if he is snappy and he is decent and he sees us before we see him, or even if he's able to turn on us and nail all the headshots, we will die. Also, the enemy's behind us. We don't know if there are, but again, guys, try to be aware of what's around you in a fight. The last thing you want to do is break away from any cover there is to try to focus on one enemy. You want to try to focus on the enemy. There's more ways to do it than this. All right, perfect. Dog Trainer realized that shit, so I'm going to get closer to cover, use the tree, use the building, try to get shots on this guy. Now, it looks like he's just laying prone, I guess, on the very tippity top. We're going to try to get some elevation, see if we can get a better angle on him. There it is. And look at that. He is prone. What the fuck? Boom. I'm gonna be honest, we were critiquing your ADS sensitivity, but honestly, it doesn't look that bad when you're using the M16, so you might be okay. Just kind of, we'll pay more attention in gunfights, especially long range, to see what's going on. But yeah, we're rocking 9 kills with 29 enemies left. We need to get some plates. We got a dead body above us. Go ahead and grab that shit. And again, you got to worry about everything on your left-hand side as well, because again, people will be rotating out of quarry. And did he have basic bitch weapons? Rotating out of quarry and stadium. Stadium actually would be more farmland. So I guess just quarry. All right, so here we are now. We're going to the buy station. Now, one thing that kind of concerns me from this perspective and this route that we're taking is I would want to rotate the edge of the circle in this. I really would. One, to hunt down kills. That's just my preference. And two, that way I don't get third-partied. Because the problem with where we're at right now is basically our route is dead center of the circle. Our right-hand side is completely wide open. Our left-hand side is completely wide open. And we're just going right down the middle trying to get to our objective. I get we want to get to the buy station, but use the ridges, use the hills, use the rocks and things like that. That way, if you do get in combat, you don't have to worry about getting picked from the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Not a huge deal in all hindsight, but just something players need to be aware of, staying near cover and concealment, and trying to not force themselves in positions to get third-partied. I like that, though. We heard gunshots, and we instantly pulled up the map, pinged the target where he was at, so we can go hopefully hunt him down. Now, the UAV will probably pick up about 4 or 5 players because of the size of the circle and how many people there are left. And there's 3, 4. Hey, nailed it. All right, again, rotating the edge of the circle, and this is another reason why I would do it. And I don't want to go for kills. If you guys want to go for kills, this is what I recommend. Play the buildings. Play the buildings. The last thing you want to do is be in this area. This right here, anything that's open like this, when you look at the map, anything that's just wide open, that's where you don't want to go. That's where you want to avoid, right? A lot of players think it's good to lay in the fields or on the edge of the zone or on the edge of the map, and that's not the case at all. Play the edge of the circle when it comes to in-game situations. That way you don't get shot from behind while you're trying to navigate and work your way into a better position. And that's exactly what it looks like we're about to do. All right, enemy UAV above us. We don't have to worry too much. We do have our ghost class. All right, right now, the circle's closing in, and we're ADSing on the mountain. I really wouldn't worry about trying to get the shots off. Again, if you get in a fight and you're on the lower ground, you're shooting the guy on the hill, if you do break his armor, he should back away and plate up. So it's a position you don't want to be in. I just instantly, instead of wasting my time scanning the rocks, I'm going to scan it with my eyes while I was running, and I would just round this corner right here because you don't want to get caught in this gas. All right, so again, there's 4 enemies relatively close, and we're going crouch. Guys, this is a no-go. It may work out. We still have a lot of match left, so I'll assume it will. This is a no-go. This is not what you want to do. We know there's a guy right in front of us. Look at the ping. There's a lot of bushes, trees, ridges, rocks, shit like that. But also, there was another enemy here. There were a lot of enemies in this area that could be rotating as well. And also, we're very exposed to this window, which is very concerning to me. But this guy right here, whoever's sitting right here, if he's still here, really freaks me out that we're crouch walking, because again, he's going to be looking around, and if he sees us, he'll fuck on us before we can even react. Scare the fuck out of me. There it is. Look at him. Oh man. But luckily we died before the gulag closed. Moments before the gulag closed. So what I would have done differently in that fight is, again, use your legs, move around. When you got to the point where you're like, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze up and crouch walk, stun them. Throw a stun over there, right? You had 1, 2 stuns left. You had a stun. I don't know how many, but you had at least 1. Throw that bitch. Just chunk it. If you get a hit, bet you got a hit. You know where he's at, and he's probably fucking blind a little bit. Go around the corner, shoot him in the face. Use your tools to your advantage. Use your tools to your advantage. I like it. GG. All right, so here we are now landing on our loadout. That's pretty much a given at this point. You could go land back on the guy that killed you, but yeah, he's probably sitting in the same fucking bush watching your body, so I definitely would not. Is this how it ends? Oh shit. All right, we have 12 enemies left. This circle is still relatively big. We'll probably get fucked on. Let's see how he approaches the loadout drops. Again, you wanna. Ooh. All right, good job working around the loadout. The only thing that's concerning to me is the buildings are behind us to the right-hand side, but we can't help it. We were more worried about the immediate threat, the vehicle. Good job on that. Go ahead and get your loadout. Get as fast as possible. Get in, get out, boom. I mean, some people love playing Forza, man. I don't know why. It's weird. Out of the 10 enemies left, 2 of them are driving vehicles. No one is shooting at them. See, this is why I love when the Strela was so hot, bro. Oh, 3 vehicles. I'm sorry. Strela was so dope because these fuckers wouldn't do this stupid shit. So right now, I don't like what we're doing. I paused the video on accident. Sorry. Right now, I don't like what we're doing. We're shooting vehicles. We're not going to be able to disable. We have very little ammo, so it's already a no-go, and we're revealing our position to other enemies. Yes, we're suppressed, but you can hear suppressed shot and look in that direction and kind of figure out where they're at. Don't worry about the vehicles. We got plenty of buildings. The vehicles will not win this circle unless it goes to the right-hand side. If it goes east, then yeah, we're screwed. We still got buildings. All right. So we have 3 vehicles to worry about, which means we have 4 enemies left on foot that we have to really worry about shooting us. Go ahead and move ourselves to the buildings. Now, the reason why I say go ahead and move out instead of waiting and playing slow is because there's only 4 enemies. Big ass circle. Everyone's probably camped up in a building. So the chance of us being able to rotate safely to a building in the next zone is pretty probable. I'd be worried about this house though, because well, now I definitely would. There's an ATV there and this vehicle just pulled up. So I'd definitely worry about the house. You'll hear gunshots here in a few seconds, most likely. Maybe not. And again, when it comes to circles like this, sitting in buildings is just what you do. You know, you can sit on the outside, you can sit on the inside, whatever. Just play slow, whatever you're comfortable with. All right, homeboy gets back in the vehicle, looks dude out in the open. Now, look, I wouldn't get good. I wouldn't shoot him right now because he's got a lot of cover around him. He's got to come to us so we could get that kill if he does reveal himself back in the open. He does have this little shit shack right here you can kind of get to and sit behind, but we have the benefit because he has no idea where we're at. Oh shit, he ran into this building. Now they're fucking with each other. And we're going to go ahead and push out. Grab this building. Gatekeep these assholes. I love it. Very careful. This is making me nervous. We're sitting right here. We need to watch our back and side. 2 vehicles still driving around like dickheads. No idea why they do. Why do players do this shit? Homeboy jumped to the vehicle. Go ahead and bail out of that. Enemy to our right-hand side as well. Oh, this is looking bad, boys. We've got 2 enemies surrounding us now. We are in a 1v2 and or 1v3. Enemy goes inside, jumps out the window. Oh, shit. Super aggro. As far as the enemy we just killed, he played it right. He pushed out the window trying to get the kill. Unfortunately, we already had the drop on him. He didn't know that. I like the aggression that we're seeing from that enemy. Oh, shit. Cluster strike coming in right on us, dude. Random fucking cluster, too. Go ahead. Dive back into the building and play it safe. 3 enemies left, 2 of them in vehicles. All I gotta do is look for the last one. And again, I'm pretty sure he's probably in this area. Yeah, this guy's gonna be coming for our ass right now. He's getting shot at. Also, you got thermite, man. Stick that vehicle with thermite. Stick that vehicle with thermite, bro. So technically right now it's a 1-on-1. The only thing you have to worry about is the guy who's not in a vehicle. Again, I would not remain tunneled on vehicles. I would kind of scan this building right here. This is where I think he's at. He could be here, but I think he's right here. So if he is, you kind of want to open the back door, peek it, so you can get visual on him and worry about him. Because if you're so worried about these vehicles driving around and he sneaks in behind you, it's going to be a very unfortunate loss. Why do players play like this? Why are they driving in circles? Vice versa, I don't like this as well because the window, if the guy comes in from the back end and just vaults through the window, we're going to die. You hear him? He's going to be pushing our building. He's definitely over there. Left-hand side. Yep, back door, back door, back door, back door. Checking to see if the window's open. It is not. I respect it, actually. I actually respect that. You may get lucky. Oh, fuck, it may actually hit. Let's go! Much respect. Now we got to worry about this asshole behind us. He looks like he's playing that fence to our left-hand side. Be very careful. He was playing the fence, bro. GG, bro. GG. Yeah, the threat, the guy on foot is the one that took us out. He's the one we should have been worried about. But I fuck with the idea of you just randomly throwing the precision. It fucking nailing. Good shit. Oh, but Dog Trainer, brother, thank you so much for sending me the gameplay again, guys. I'm gonna put a stats right there for you guys. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to subscribe today, leave a like on the video. But until next time, you have a good one and good luck in Warzone.